Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
Welcome back to everyone that subscribes to the Patreon. Everyone else can suck my fucking dick.
Okay.
It's the You're an Idiot podcast. I'm Alex Dragovich with my fat co-host, Jeffrey Osmus.
I actually like that a lot. Yeah, that was good. We need more of that. Put a little promo in the intro.
I have to.
There we go.
We must.
Okay.
Guys,
that was one of your best yet.
Yeah, that was actually one of my better ones.
Yeah,
my better intros.
Make up for what you did to me this weekend.
Guys, we're coming off the road. We were in Madison, Wisconsin this weekend. I mean, it's just, I got sick, folks.
I think this weekend you would even agree you didn't earn a free meal.
You're a fucking asshole,
I think even
dude.
you would agree
You're
you did
crazy.
not earn a free meal this weekend.
I got so sick this weekend. What happened was my cold turned into sinusitis.
Is that confirmed by a doctor? Or is this a WebMD search
Dr.
thing?
Patel in Manhattan.
You went to the doctor
Gay
today.
Indian man gave it to me straight.
Gay Indian man gave it to you straight.
Yeah,
okay.
dude. It was.
Did you mean for that? That was good.
Yeah,
you're on fire today.
Shut up.
Wow,
dude.
I like
you're
it.
Pissing me
this
off.
is good.
Oh,
I like
so
that.
you guys want to know what happened? So
I'm being positive for once.
I'm fucking just dying the whole week. So what happened was I had to film this thing Monday. The weather got all crazy. Dropped like 20 degrees.
The temperature drop ruined his week.
Affects your immune system. Once your immune system's weakened, then
he was complaining the whole week. Well, I had to film for a couple days.
5 straight days of
You're
filming.
gonna be the guy. You'll be on a sitcom. You'll be like a woman's brother's cousin, and you'll be like complaining in the trailer. Man, I have to do 5 takes today.
I'll always be a little bit of a diva.
You're gonna be a diva at every level.
I just want to start out the pod with this, guys. So here's what happened. Fucking the whole week, I'm treading water essentially, man. I'm having a tough time, but I'm getting through the shows, killing every set, just pretty much destroying.
I think it was a little lethargic a couple shows.
There was actually
Saturday late. You gave up. You gave up.
Saturday
we can be honest.
Was loose. Some would say.
Saturday late. So, you could say you turned it off.
The whole week. I'm dying every night. I'm trying to go to bed after the shows. Jeff's like, "Oh, you gotta stay out. You gotta stay out. Why don't you stay out?"
You don't have to drink, but you gotta stay and hang a little bit.
He made me like take a shot of like CBD juice or whatever.
I made you take a shot of a THC seltzer just because we were all taking shots. I was like, this is nothing. It was literally nothing. Even if you had the whole thing, it was nothing.
All I want to do is sleep. I want to go to work, do the sets, get my clock in.
I mean, usually you have to break a sweat at work, though.
Kill for 20, 25 like I do.
Okay.
And then I want to go to bed because I am legitimately so sick. I'm taking like 2-hour naps during the day. The whole weekend, Jeff's calling me a pussy. He's calling me soft.
I did not say that on stage ever.
Sunday,
never said that.
Sunday morning.
I do owe you for the Uber.
We're driving to the airport, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so sick." And then Jeff's like, "Yeah, I mean, you got to see a doctor, man. You got to see a doctor."
I said that.
I was like, "Well, where was that care the 5 days before?"
What was I supposed to? You need me to tell you to see a doctor?
I need you to go.
What do you think? Am I your mama?
Why would you push me for 5 straight days?
I wasn't pushing you to drink.
The 6th day, when
I'm not pushing you to drink.
The 6th day,
on the 7th day, he rested.
I'm basically just keeling over at this point. And you're like, "Oh, dude, you got to see a doctor."
Yeah, but I just can't. I just can't take this empty complaining. You just gotta you can't just say I'm sick. I'm not gonna do anything.
What? I didn't complain.
You could have gone to the doctor in Madison. You could have gotten a little medicine. You weren't even taking medicine. Didn't seem like you were trying that hard.
Dayquil, NyQuil, 2-hour naps. I was
Dayquil,
dying.
NyQuil.
And Jeff is just keeping me out. Honestly, keeping me sick longer.
No,
because of Grinch body.
You went to bed immediately. You went to bed immediately in the hotel?
Every time.
Really?
Seriously,
you weren't watching Sports Center for 90 minutes?
No, you're crazy, dude. I took NyQuil and was out.
Oh, you were taking drugs. Okay. You were taking NyQuil every day?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, it
Can we look this up, Connor? How often are you supposed to take NyQuil and Dayquil?
When you're sick, you're supposed to take it.
Every day for 6 days straight?
Sick, I took it, yeah.
Yeah, but we already have gone over how you have a problem with NyQuil.
I don't have a NyQuil problem.
We already said that this is kind of a bit of an addiction of yours. And we're here to intervene, Alex.
The problem is, dude, you can't, here's the thing is, you can't push your friends like this when
I didn't push him to drink. I would never do that. But I was like, you can hang for half an hour and talk with the staff and have a little camaraderie. Sometimes you got to put on a brave face and just like for an hour and a half. Just
I stayed out until 2 Friday night.
I get sick all the time, and I just, I still.
I got the information here.
Yeah, I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear.
Me too.
So I've got 2 things here. The first is you can take NyQuil up to 4 times in 24 hours.
Okay.
The second is do not take for longer than 7 days in a row.
Okay.
Good.
So, but have you taken it 7 days in a row?
I didn't take it last night.
So that would have been about 7 or 8 days then.
Or the night. I took it the night before.
Okay. If you took it every night before, that'd be 7. So we were both right and wrong. A perfect argument, folks.
I got it says stop taking the medicine and call a doctor if you still have a fever after 3 days of use.
No fever.
So you never get a fever, and that's where I cry a little malarkey, folks. If you don't have a fever, I'm kind of out.
What do you?
I'm kidding.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
Guys,
that's a joke. He was sick. I get it, but I've been sick a lot the last year. And
Jesse sent me my clips, and you could see from like Thursday to Friday to Saturday, I just look like worse and worse.
I mean,
and worse
every day,
too.
every single show, someone would come up to me and be like, "Is Alex okay?" Every single show, someone would be like, "Alex is pretty no energy today, I guess." They said that every single show.
Sick.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you couldn't put on a brave face for 20 minutes, folks.
No, for the shows, brought it. But at the
not Saturday.
Saturday night, I was
Saturday was bad. But you looked like death on Saturday. I gave up on you on Saturday. I thought it was the last time we'll ever see you.
I slept for 4 hours on Saturday. So what happened? And that's what happened. That's what actually. So when the cold can get worse from sinusitis. That's when it turned into sinusitis.
How does this Dr. Gupta know that you had sinusitis?
Patel, you fucking racist.
It's a joke. That was the joke.
Racist.
What? Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah. Is it like a test or is this just like a hunch type thing?
Oh, you think that's what he did?
Is it like he draws your blood and you have sinusitis or what is what? Because sometimes they just tell you things just to like make you leave. I want to know what the evidence was.
He gave me a physical exam, was kind of feeling around.
Okay.
Kind of feeling around.
Did he do the balls?
He actually did do balls too.
How do you feel about that? You're like, can we add that?
I was like,
he's like, we don't need to check your balls.
I was like, yeah, my balls have sinusitis too.
No, we
dude.
don't need to check your balls.
Yeah, he had nice hands.
I don't know how to do an Indian accent.
Gave the piece.
He was a gay man. How do you know he was a gay man?
How do I know he was gay?
Yeah, did you go over this?
So I had a hunch that he was gay.
So this is just a hunch.
He's pretty gay. Yeah, I think he seemed gay.
Do you think? And what does that mean to you? That's interesting.
Here's why. Here's why I think he was gay.
Really well. He had a shirt that fit.
He had a shirt
with more than 2 colors on it.
He looked awesome.
Okay, straight men can't look awesome.
Hair was great. Hair was kind of perfect.
We know our friend Tucker Brookshire. He always looks good. He's not gay.
He also had, so the kicker was
he also sucked my penis. I didn't know they added that to the physical
hold
exam.
The shaft a little longer than I was.
I was like, yeah, did he grab the balls a little more than necessary?
Yeah, but I don't mind guys being thorough down there.
Yeah, no, you want to be safe.
His nails were painted like a clearish pink.
Why didn't you lead with that? Why did you not lead with painted nails?
I said, here's the kicker, and then you interrupted me.
That might be true.
But yeah, people could tell I was sick on Saturday, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. People were telling after that. He didn't even see my whole set, folks. He left.
Wait, was that audience members?
Yeah, at the Saturday Late Show, at least 3 different people came up and was like, what was going on with the feature? They said he looked like he was being forced to do stand-up.
I was very sick. So Saturday
you had a waxy look to you. You had to look like a Madame Tussauds wax sculpture.
Saturday was my worst day, and I even, I told the whole staff, I was like, I'm so sorry, I gotta go home, and everyone was like, please stop getting us sick.
No, yeah, they were actually glad to have you gone. Yeah,
you big fucking weirdo. Yeah, I was.
A girl
sweaty.
tried to have sex with him on Friday night, and he went home. That's when I knew it was serious. That's when I knew it was serious.
Yeah,
a woman. Actually, we can say she's. I can tell you this story. The opener, Reagan Niemela, amazing comic from Milwaukee. Reagan's
so
she
funny.
really started the show hot and gave Alex a little bit of trouble a couple times, I would say.
You're crazy. Reagan's
Couldn't
funny.
follow a woman. No,
Reagan's
but she was
funny.
great. And one of her friends came from Milwaukee. She's like, oh, Alex is cute. I want to try to sleep with him, and she flirted with you after the show, and you said no.
Yeah.
You didn't feel it.
No, yeah, she might as well have been, fucking. Yeah, she might as well have been a dude. Honestly,
well, she was a black woman, folks. That might have had something to do with it. But
no,
is he actually sick or not? Sorry, I'm really sick. I can't have sex tonight.
The dinky was not moving for this one.
No, you were out.
I was cooked. Honestly,
when I knew it was serious.
If you put a couple of those IPAs in me, maybe a shot of whiskey, all of a sudden I'm a little less racist.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think sometimes one night you can get drunk while sick. We're only alive on this earth once.
If I drank,
I think
next night,
sometimes it's fun to power through it. And I thought you were a bigger man than that.
It is crazy.
2 years ago, you would have done it, but you've lost your edge. You lost your edge.
Lost my edge. I'm a professional.
Yeah.
I'm a professional, guys.
Right.
I'm trying to do things the right way.
Yeah,
here.
but I'm trying to have fun sometimes. We might have to move on, folks. I need an opener who's willing to have fun sometimes. I'll tell you, John Kennedy, he would have had a drink with me.
Yeah, this is the sickest I've been that I can recall
since myocarditis
in 8 years.
This is sicker than when you thought you were dying twice from a heart attack.
That was a different feeling. I thought I felt not great. Like I had pain in my chest. Like I thought I was dying from that.
You went to the emergency room.
Yeah, like that was like
Twice.
physical pain. But this was like a kind of like lethargy that I had never really had.
Lethargy.
Before. Yeah.
I can tell that's the first time you've done that one.
That one, I thought about it a couple of times. I was like, do I have this one? Is this one in the register? Is this one locked in?
It was a valiant effort. I don't hate it.
But yeah, this was like a kind of sickness. So the last time I was this sick, I had the flu in 2016.
Wow. Yeah, we tried to get you to meet us for dinner one night. We tried to get you to hang.
Nothing was happening.
I had to do everything alone, folks. I had to just walk through the ghost of my college memories all alone. Thought I'd have a friend to accompany me on a little nostalgic trip. Madison, Wisconsin.
It was hell on. It was really.
I'm sure you hated it. I mean, you love Madison too,
dude. It was hard to cope with.
But you are going back there in like 2 or 3 weeks, aren't you? With Lucas Zelnick.
2 months.
In 2 months. Oh, so in what? Right
November,
before
December,
Christmas?
January. 3 months.
Oh, that's a beautiful time. Oh.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't believe it, man.
Dang, but you don't get to have a beer on the terrace on Lake Mendota. Oof.
I know, dude.
Madison really is the greatest city in the world, and it's legitimately not even close.
Yeah.
It's so good. I don't know why we all don't move there.
Walking around there when you're sick on a 75-degree day in October.
Yeah, I mean, the climate change was in full effect, and in fall, I don't mind it. It was a nice day.
Having like leaves change like that when it's still like sunny and like 70.
A hungover farmer's market around the Capitol, he didn't get to do it.
I took one lap because
you took a lap.
I thought, you know, sometimes you get in your head where you're like, oh, I can like walk this off. Like maybe if I get some movement going. Yeah. I walked one lap and I slept 4 hours.
That's so funny. We did the exact same thing. I was so hungover that day that I walked one lap and then slept the whole afternoon too.
You gave yourself.
Saturday, we were both sick. I was devastated. We were up till 4 a.m. Saturday night.
Oh, really?
And then I woke up at noon, walked around the farmer's market, then passed out till 5 p.m.
Yeah.
We were both in a bad way on Saturday.
You looked bad too.
I did. But on stage, I had the best sets of the weekend, folks. That's the heart of a champion right there.
Heart of a champion.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's true. Guys.
I mean, some of the clips, we got some great clips.
Yeah, I got my clips from Jesse.
We got some good content from these shows,
cut
folks.
out like 6 of them.
Wow, he's coming. Clip King, coming for the top.
Can't wait, guys.
Yeah. What else happened in Madison?
I don't think I told you this probably because I was so sick and you didn't give a fuck.
Oh, I did. I just had other things to do. I'm trying to sell merch, and Alex is just standing behind the counter, like he's about to faint, not smiling at anyone coming by. I'm trying to like chat with the fans and like build rapport, and he's not even saying anything. He's just in a dark corner.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, great time.
Thanks for coming.
Would love to fuck you if you were white.
Thanks for coming. I wish you were white. God damn it.
Insane.
Great body though.
Yeah, you could not.
She was hot.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Like really
and
hot,
that's why I knew it was. If you would have told me that Wednesday night, like I'm sick where I wouldn't fuck a hot woman. then I would have had more sympathy. I didn't know how serious it was. You didn't tell me.
Yeah, if the dinky's not moving, if the dinky has no life.
Yeah, if the dinky's dead, then I know that you're
like
gonna put in a poor feature set, and I'm gonna have a tough follow.
Oh my!
Oh yeah,
God.
yeah. Get a cricket, Mr. Bathroom Break all weekend.
Crushed, guys.
Oh,
it's so funny.
Yeah, a little more crowd work than I would have hoped for.
The last show,
Saturday Late Show. I can't tell. Whoever was at the Saturday Late Show in Madison, Alex checked out. You kind of just did like 5 minutes of aimless crowd work with this girl who's on the cross country team or something. It didn't really make any sense. His heart clearly wasn't in it. He was just trying to get to the end. He's trying to see that, running.
Oh yeah, pussy.
Yeah, I think he called the woman a pussy.
Yeah, that was dumb. But wait, dude, I gotta tell you the story.
Okay, what's the story?
Quick one. You guys, you know me and my stories.
Yeah, let's keep it. I'm gonna tell you in 5 minutes. Your time's up.
Okay, unless it's crushing.
No, this one you gotta wrap it out. Word economy.
All right, so this one. So I'm getting on the plane. Obviously, so Tuesday all day. This is last Tuesday.
Yes.
Slept all day. Called in sick to work. Slept all day before my flight. I slept from 8 to 11 and then like 1 to 4. I get to the airport, get on the plane. This older gentleman sits next to me. Maybe not older, maybe like late 50s, mid 50s. He sits down next to me. Where he's like trying to get the light to work. Seems like a normal guy, dressed really nice. He's got like the pad going, he zip up, the collared shirt under it. This guy's got nice hair. And we're talking a little bit. He's like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm going to see friends in Madison. I didn't tell him I was a comic. I didn't want to get into it.
No, you never tell people you're a comic.
Going to see friends. He's like, oh, that's great. He's like, oh, I'm there on business. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, I work on Wall Street. I'm like, oh shit, very cool. I'm like, is it what they say? Like the Wolf of Wall Street? And he was like, those stories are true. The 90s were crazy. The 80s were crazy. It was wild.
How old is this guy?
He said like mid 50s.
Okay,
mid 50s.
Hot maybe. Guy.
Yeah,
was hot
guy.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh,
Gupta would have been all over him.
Oh, Patel would have sucked him off so quickly.
Krishna would have been on that.
Sucked him, gone. Sinusitis.
Oh my God. So, folks, that's not what we're here for. That's dirty and raunchy.
I'm like, oh, that's really, really cool. He's like, yeah, man. I just my 2 kids just went to college. Both went to Notre Dame. I was like, oh, I went to Notre Dame. We started rapping about that. And he's like, I was like,
you had sex with one of his daughters, didn't you?
Oh, probably. I mean, yeah, all bets were off from in those days. But then, I was like, oh, that's really great. Congrats to your son. He just graduated. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, I've had this great life. I've worked on Wall Street. I've got multiple houses. I've made all this money. And he goes, and 8 years ago, I realized I had nothing. And I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what do you mean?
Yes.
He goes, I get into a cab one day and a woman, and my taxi driver says something like you don't look right. And I go, well, what do you mean? And she goes, she hands me the Bible. And I was like, what?
Dang. And I thought this was going to be a cool story.
And I was like, well, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, that's when my life turned around and became a man of faith. Born again Christian.
Oh, is he trying to convert you in the plane?
Tried to convert me for an hour.
Oh!
He tried to convert me for an hour.
Didn't you tell him? You're like, I was raised Serbian Orthodox. Did you tell him all that stuff?
Didn't give a shit. I told him my grandpa was a priest on the south side.
But he's like, he has a specific brand of Christianity he wanted to tell you.
Eastern Orthodox.
What was his brand? What was it? What was it called?
He was, I believe he was a Catholic.
Well, then you should have listened to the man.
But he was like,
a man tries to bring you to the truth and you can't run to the light.
I mean, he was
that sounds like a nightmare.
Feeding me Bible quotes. I'm keeled over like on the tray, like, cause I'm trying to sleep. I'm so sick still.
Oh, he's trying to just get one more soul saved.
Yeah. And he's like, the last 8 years I've just been, I've just devoted my life to him, but while he still works on Wall Street.
Yeah. It's that God, I thought it was going to be like a cool story. Like he turned from Wall Street and was like, I need to help the homeless with my money.
I thought he was going to be like,
I realize I have to make the world a better place.
I thought he was going to be like, I work for a nonprofit. I think Wall Street's for fucking
it's like,
losers.
How can you believe in God and work for Wall Street? You're a loser. Like you misread the Bible, sir. Like you misread it.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, but yeah, it was and then he went to the bathroom for 20 minutes.
He was freebasing.
Comes back. And I was like, oh, you were gone for a bit?
You said you were gone for a bit?
I had
That's
to.
a psychotic thing to ask.
It was long enough. And
I thought you didn't want this guy to talk to you, and you ask him, how is the shit, buddy?
He tried to convert me. I could say you were gone for a bit.
But why would you want to continue the conversation? That's your time to fall asleep.
Yeah.
That's your time to get away.
That's fair.
You had a chance to
That is
run
fair.
away.
I did pull out my headphones and say, you were gone for a bit.
That's an insane. That's one of the most insane things I've ever heard.
And he goes, talk to the flight attendant. She's on my team. The flight attendant was also like a super Christian lady. They bonded over Jesus.
Oh my God. And then they fucked in the bathroom. This
And
is
then
what God would have wanted.
And he said, you're going to stay in a hotel tonight, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, there's probably gonna be a Bible in there. And I was like,
oh
maybe.
my
He's like,
God.
I want you to give it a look. And I was like,
oh my God.
Okay,
What'd you
psycho.
tell him? Did you lie to this man of God?
I was like, I'll give it a look, man.
Did you look at, I had a Gideon in my room.
I didn't know. What's a Gideon?
Oh my God. You can't talk about anything.
What?
You don't know what a Gideon is? That's the Bible that they leave in every hotel.
Oh, really?
It's this group called the Gideons. They leave a Bible in every hotel room.
That's probably like a $300 to $400 question on Jeopardy.
Yeah, that's the lowest. That's the lowest level.
Isn't that one?
200, I believe. It's single Jeopardy with a double Jeopardy.
100, right?
No, it's 200, 400, 600, 800,000.
400 is still a pretty tough.
That's the second lowest level. Out of 5, it's the second
I
lowest.
was never good at Jeopardy. I didn't
You
even
think
know
that's
anything.
you didn't know Gideons? He did listen to the Bee Gees, though. You did. You played some Bee Gees for me.
Yeah.
He played me the 2 songs you liked, and one of them was kind of a bop. I hadn't really heard before.
They're amazing songs.
Fanny Be Tender to Me or something. That was a banger.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the other one was.
Like that was my one big contribution to the weekend.
He had you came in Thursday. I thought you were like playing music. You're like getting the TV to work in the green room, and then that energy left pretty quick. You blew your load before the show. You didn't have as much energy as you thought you did.
Yeah, it was really
Why aren't you?
strange.
The green room had this amazing massage chair. Why are you not in the massage chair the whole time?
I don't know.
You never got in there. Are you too tall?
Yeah, I think massage chairs are wildly overrated.
That's insane. This massage chair takes you to another planet. Like
Maybe.
every time between shows, I would just zen out for 10 minutes.
I'll give it a whirl next time.
You gotta
3
do the
months.
massage chair.
3
I want to
months.
do a new thing, folks. I want to try to be more positive. We're trying to be positive, Drago. I'm
Wow.
trying to be positive.
This is wild.
I want to pick a person a week and shout them out, Drago, and be positive. You know, trying to. You know,
Where did this
what do you
come
think?
from?
I don't know. I'm just trying. I feel like I'm too negative sometimes, you know. And after this, I want to go on a big negative rant. So I feel like I want to put some positive energy in the universe first, you know.
You are kind of a cynic.
I'm a cynic. I think cynical and realism are pretty much Venn diagrams on top of each other, but occasionally you got to be positive, you know.
All right, hit me.
So I want to shout out our friend Emil Joaquim
Emil.
on SNL, had his first desk piece. That's pretty cool.
He murdered.
It's pretty cool to know someone that did that. And it was like
Definitely.
kind of like an anti-Zionist desk piece.
Yeah.
That's bold. That's cool.
Yes.
That's cool. That's kind of a speaking a little truth to power comedy.
We love
It was
Emil. He's got some bits that are just unreal funny.
Great
They're
guy
so
on the
good.
right. He's very smart. We were looking for. It's good to see your friends succeed. Sarah Sherman on SNL. We love to see this.
I was talking with somebody about this. It's weird to be that like. It's weird that like Sarah is maybe in the next few years she's approaching like SNL icon level. Like she's not far from having like being remembered as like a Kristen Wiig type.
Yeah.
Like she's going
like
to have
probably 3 years. I bet this is her third year.
She's
I think.
gonna be she's gonna be like in that kind of. It's weird to be to know we like did bar shows with her.
Yeah. The
And
desk
now
piece she does where she like roasts Colin Jost are like the best part of the show.
legitimately iconic.
They're really
They're
funny.
like moments in the SNL.
She had
kind
one
of
last week that was so funny.
Zeitgeist, the lore.
Zeitgeist. There we go. Lethargy and Zeitgeist. It was a good day
Nailed
for
both.
Elmo. Nice.
Nailed both.
Yeah. Who do you want to be positive about, Drago? I'm going to try to do that every week.
Well,
Pains me.
First
but-
off, I gotta shout out Dr. Patel one more time. Softest hands in the game.
Doc Patel, Krishna Gupta.
I
the
think
great man.
also where I will give you a little bit of credit here is that once Patel old Patel told me that I was going to be okay. I think like that helped me.
Yeah, of course. It's a mental thing. You just need to be told you're going to feel better. That's half of medicine.
Told you this. I hate that you.
The
like,
placebo is half of medicine. That's great.
Well, yeah,
you got to go. They don't really know what they're talking about, but it still feels good.
No, Patel is.
They're not as smart as we think they are, but it is helpful to go.
Columbia undergrad, Cornell med. I like the guy.
I graduated from UW. You don't have, we can all graduate doing like, just because you graduate, you could be a drunk loser. You can find your way through.
You didn't go to Columbia.
UW's up there.
No.
Yeah, it's probably not. It's probably not.
It's unfortunately not.
I also went to DePaul for 2 semesters. Blue Demon for life. never.
I can't believe that they just erased your student debt from there.
Here's a great thing about life. You just don't have to pay bills. Nothing happens. Nothing's ever happened. Legitimately. I've never paid a medical bill.
How's your credit?
Fine.
Yeah.
It's that shit's like a myth.
Isn't it
we got rid of debtor's prison. You can't be thrown in jail for being in debt.
Isn't it supposed to fuck with your credit?
It's supposed to. Yeah, I don't quite understand why it doesn't. I think because I've always paid rent and stuff like that on time.
Do you pay your medical bills?
I just said no. Or I mean, yes, I do.
So you haven't paid one medical bill?
I have some, but probably not a lot.
Oh, dude, actually, I would need you. Connor, I need to be schooled on this. This is a time where I'm okay being vulnerable.
Okay.
I'm okay being vulnerable with this.
Okay.
I've never had this hiccup in my life, in my lifetime as an adult. Dude, my appointment yesterday, for some reason at this doctor's office, did not meet my deductible.
I don't know.
And I have no idea what the fuck that means.
I don't quite understand deductible. I've never really had health
That's
insurance.
why I had to get the physical, because the guy was like, if you do the physical, that's technically free. And then with your health insurance, we'll only charge you like $40.
Oh, there's always like a workaround or loophole. Yeah. Insurance makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Connor, do you have any idea of what the fuck that guy meant by that?
What exactly do you want me to look up?
I think deductible means like you have to spend a certain amount of money, and then after that, it's all free. So that's what that means.
What happened was, because I just wasn't using the doctors enough. Like I hadn't been. I mean, I fucking used the shit out of them 2 years ago.
Yeah,
when Fauci got me.
Fauci
I can explain what a deductible is here.
Yeah, what is it? Is it what I said? You have to spend a certain amount of money or something?
So this is ELI 5. Explain like I'm 5 via ChatGPT.
Okay.
A healthcare deductible is the amount of money you have to pay out of your own pocket for medical services before your health insurance starts helping you.
Okay, so up to $500 you pay, but then after that, they pay for everything basically. So you didn't, I don't know what your deductible is, but it wasn't enough.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really quite understand that stuff either.
That is,
I mean, they make it needlessly complicated. It's so opaque and stupid. Yeah, it's insane.
So I had to spend $500 a year on my health, essentially.
I don't know what your deductible is, but
my deductible was $1,000.
Okay, then you have to spend up to $1,000. They pretty much won't pay you. Certain things though are included. Yeah, I don't know.
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it's nonsense. Yeah,
they do. They
don't have enough money, Drago. They just don't have the money, man. The government is out of money, man.
Yeah,
they ran out of FEMA, ran out of money.
It is so funny. It's like I remember talking to a buddy who was like after college he got into investment banking, and he was like, I'm going to make the transition to like healthcare, and he's like, at the core of it, I just want to help people. And at the time, I was like, damn, my boy's like kind of the king for that.
He thought he was going to work in the finance of the healthcare industry and help people.
Yeah, and
he had a very naive friend.
And now,
that's why.
Well, no,
I'm going to change Pfizer.
Yeah, I didn't really realize.
I'm going to make it good from the inside.
Until later, I was like, oh, he's stacking cash.
He's lying to himself. Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
he wasn't helping people.
No, that is the healthcare industry is not about helping people.
But yeah. So I think I understand deductibles now. Thank you,
there we go. Yeah, things like that we don't really learn in school, and it's insane. Like that is more important than knowing the Pythagorean theorem. Like we should learn that. But you didn't learn either, which is unfortunate for you. Yeah. What is the Pythagorean theorem? It's been a while, but have you done any?
Well, I always forget it.
Right.
Length, width, height.
Length, width, height. But what about those are things? Yeah.
Length, width, height.
Yeah. Asia, Africa, Europe. These are other nouns.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Okay, yeah, but where is each of those on the? I guess let me draw a little. It's only on a certain type of triangle, but I'll give that to you already.
I always forget this.
Yeah, I know, but I'm fascinated by why you forget a beautiful L. It's that triangle right there.
Okay,
which is A.
I'm gonna go.
This is the worst comedy of all time.
Describe it for the listeners.
Yeah, describe it for the. I drew a right triangle. I didn't want to have him guess what type of triangle it's
I'm gonna go. So this guy standing up right here, that's A.
Sure. Okay.
And then this angle down here, that's B.
Okay.
And this is C.
No, that's the hypotenuse, the long one. That's C. That one times that one equals that one. A squared with B squared is C squared.
Okay.
How could you not remember that? It's like kind of beautiful. It's like an amazing secret of the universe.
Why is it beautiful?
It's crazy that every triangle, like this elementary, that there's an equation in the universe. Just like in those shells that they're all like a certain ratio. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Like when you see a shell and like there's the curve of the shell, it's all like in perfect ratio.
When I see a shell?
You know what a shell is?
Like a seashell?
Yeah, like those ones, the Nautilus, where there's like a curved spiral.
A tortilla?
What the hell?
What are you talking? What?
A Nautilus? You know what that is? Like one of those, like when it's like a spiral shell.
Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah, and there's like a special ratio between how it gets smaller. It's like beautiful. It's all throughout the universe.
It's the same ratio?
Yeah, over everything in the universe. It's crazy.
Doesn't do anything for me.
That's insane. It's like one of the most beautiful things.
Oh.
That there's like this. It makes sense of the chaos.
I like that we're all connected a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's not really at all what I was saying, but yeah, I like that. You did mushrooms a couple of times. You're on that wavelength a couple of times.
I'm trying to teach you. You can teach me that. I'm trying to teach you empathy.
I could do better.
That would be like if you had like.
What did you want me to do for you this week?
If you had like a shred of empathy, you'd be one of the great men of our time.
Could we have a moment of silence for my friend Alex?
Your downfall is that you cannot feel. You can't.
Sorry, he couldn't put on a smile for 20 minutes of his paid gig.
I crushed
3 of the 5 shows he crushed.
Oh my god! The Saturday was
early was fine. Saturday late. Pulled in a stinker.
I wasn't a stinker. I was loose.
It was. Yeah. You were loose.
I was loose.
I actually liked the looseness, but you seemed like you were just wasting time on stage.
I sounded bad.
You sounded bad. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. I don't think it was.
We've talked about this before. I don't have individual empathy. No, I don't really.
No.
Not a lot of the time.
Not a modicum of it.
No. But I also don't know what you want me to do. I'm stressed out about headlining all week, and it's very stressful. Am I supposed to tend to your needs? Does baby need a little hot tea in his room?
Just let me go home. Just let me go.
I did let you go home. You did.
Just let me go to the hotel.
Oh my God.
Django, you gotta stay out. You gotta take a shot of this CBD oil or whatever.
THC seltzer. It was one shot. It was just so we all had a shot glass. It was for the pageantry of the moment.
That was a good moment.
That's good. It's good to take a shot with your friends every now and then.
And I'm just there. Let's take a shot.
We couldn't even jam. We got some guitars ready. He couldn't jam. He wouldn't jam. He wouldn't hang.
That was a letdown. It was the sickest I've been in 8 years.
It was a letdown, folks. Hopefully it won't happen in Cleveland in a couple weeks.
Cleveland. Let's go.
In this game, you only get 2 strikes.
That wasn't a strike.
That was a strike on Alex's record.
That's crazy.
Bad hang. One of the great sins in life, being a bad hang.
Sick as hell.
A sin I've committed many times.
Let's do a quick question though.
I agree. Sure. Drago, you ready? You're looking at Instagram right now. Please, incredible, folks. Keep that in. I want the people to know what I go through. We're trying to do an ad read, and he's looking at Instagram.
It's not a big deal.
Oh, it's just our precious time on this earth, folks. It's just seconds we never get back. Well, folks, as always, we're brought to you by Ounce of Hope Aquaponic Dispensary in Memphis, Tennessee, and an independently owned dispensary. They have great weed. They have great bud, flower, edibles. They've got THC seltzers, I believe. I smoked some of this when we were camping. Drago never even asked me about the camping trip I went on last week. I guess it wasn't part of his empathy class. But we went camping, got high, and the weed was so good. It kept me warm in 34-degree weather, folks, in a tent and a sleeping bag that we're frankly not prepared for. But the weed kept me warm. That's how good the aquaponic weed from Ounce of Hope is.
You guys know how I've been sick the past week or two. Well, the weed helps me sleep. It's been great. It settles me nice down. I sleep for 8 to 10 hours and I'm getting back and ready to fight another day.
Wow. One day, maybe he'll ask me how the trip was. You use the code OSMUS on the Ounce of Hope website. You get 1 free pre-roll with orders of $50 or more, folks. Ounce of Hope. Order your weed from them. And we're back. Actually, let's just say what we're going to talk about on the Patreon. We talked about the Patreon. What are we going to talk about? Why should people join the Patreon?
Guys, on the Patreon, you get an extra video episode for $5 a month, an extra audio episode for $3 a month. And for $10 a month, you get free tickets to our shows anywhere across the universe.
Yes, that's true. And what we're going to talk about this week, I want to talk about how every podcast is having Donald Trump on it. It's pissing me off. It's annoying.
The NBA started last night. We'll save the NBA talk for the Patreon because I know some of our listeners.
Yeah, I watched the first T-Wolves game last night. We came up
Dan
short.
Carney watched it too. I got thoughts.
I went camping last week. Drago also, Mr. Empathy, didn't ask a single question about my week. Isn't that interesting? He monopolized. We're 40 minutes in now. He hasn't asked a single question about me. It's just interesting.
I was
just
with
interesting.
The whole week.
No, remember a week before I went camping. We were off for 2 weeks. Remember?
I was sick.
Yeah, but you didn't ask. You had no empathy.
If I'm sick, I can lack empathy.
I've been sick 300 of the last 365 days.
You've sounded like
sick
shit
so much,
but not like in the way I've been sick.
I was coughing up phlegm on stage
Every show. Pretty much every show.
He had no empathy for it, folks.
It was getting a little much.
Oh, interesting.
It was getting
there
we
go.
It was
there we go.
It was a little tiring.
I just want you to know sometimes the shoe goes on the other foot or whatever that phrase is. That wasn't quite what I kind of messed up an idiom there. Sometimes the shoe goes on the other foot, folks. I actually don't know what phrase am I thinking of?
Fits.
What phrase? Yeah, sometimes the shoe fits, but I'm thinking of
it can't be.
What phrase am I thinking of, Connor?
Put the shoes on the other foot. Is that it?
The shoes on the other foot. Is that a phrase? Am I losing my mind?
Sometimes you wear shoes.
Sometimes you get a little high before the podcast.
There we go.
The shoe is on the other foot.
Oh, so that is a phrase. Yeah. Oh, okay. Doesn't even make it. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I just say things sometimes.
It's an idiom meaning a situation has changed to the opposite of what it was before.
Oh, okay. That I used it correctly. Wow. Okay. Wow. I came out with a W there. God, what a thrill.
Unlikely. That's crazy.
Okay. Well, Drago, what do you got? I'm sure you got some other stuff.
This is from Can't Tuck It.
Can't Tuck It. Remember, you can only ask questions if you join the Patreon, folks.
There we go.
We're about, I think we just passed 500 people. I think we just got over 500, so that's pretty good.
We'll have to celebrate that eventually when
you can show excitement again.
When I'm back.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know empathy, but at least I know how to smile on stage.
Oh my God. Dude, Saturday was like
even when you're not sick, you don't smile too much on stage.
No, dude, I'm fine.
You do, but I think you could have a better time up there.
I'm a lot more fun than I used to be on stage.
You made progress. I think you should go 20-30% happier though up there. I think it could be good.
Okay.
You also have a joke where you call a woman a bitch, and I think you need to change it.
I was like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah, I think that joke that turns them off immediately.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that ruins the joke, unfortunately. I'm not like offended, but I think you just throw it right away. If it was at the end of the joke, funny.
That is true, because I used to just say yeah.
And then it's just the beginning of the joke. You just call a female doctor a bitch for no reason. I think at the end of the joke, after you say what she does, you can call her a bitch.
I used to say, yeah, I know. She's like, oh my God, that's so scary. And I used to say, yeah, I know.
And then you added,
used to got a pop.
But then you added, yeah, bitch. I know. And I was in the back like, oh, he's got to change that one.
That's true.
You can't just say that one out of nowhere.
Because yeah, bitch doesn't really get a pop.
No, it ruins the whole joke.
Yeah.
It makes you look really unlikable.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun.
I think I don't care if you call a woman a bitch, but I think in that joke, it makes you look unlikable.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think if you add to the end, It'll be a great joke. Fixing.
Solid note.
Solid note. What's the question?
What are you all going to be for Halloween this year?
Oh, I don't know. I hate to say it. I don't think Reggie Miller does want to do something, so I might be roped into something, but I haven't had when's the last time you had a costume? It's been like 5 years probably.
Yeah, I haven't
worn a costume. Last costume I had, I pretended I was like a booty girl from like a hip hop video, and I just stuffed massive amounts of foam into my ass. So I just had a massive ass walking around everywhere. That was actually incredibly fun. Yeah, I was just grinding on everyone with a fat ass.
I don't think I've dressed up for Halloween since college.
Wow. Not since college. Okay, wow.
I
feel like you never got into Halloween. There's a lot of anxiety in trying to be someone else. You already have enough time trying to be Alex.
I like being me.
Yeah, you like being you. Okay, you can take it a confidence thing. Why would I want to be a pirate?
Well,
I like Alex.
Here's the thing. I got no strong opinions on Halloween. I really don't care if you dress up or not. Here's something that
I like Halloween. I think it's a great time.
Here's something that really upsets me.
Oh boy,
it really makes me mad. The people,
hot take alert.
The people, if someone shows up to a Halloween party and they're not dressed up, and you're the guy that's like, oh, you're not dressing up. Someone's too cool to dress up. It's like, you're a fucking loser.
Nah, it depends on how much did they advertise it was a costume party.
That's the same.
If it's like we're doing a hardcore costume party, you kind of got to wear a costume. Isn't that, that's kind of in the name. If you're just like come over for Halloween and they don't, maybe, but I think you kind of got to wear something. It doesn't have to be good.
If someone's like,
they can't make fun of it if it's a bad costume.
If you're throwing a Halloween party, okay? If you're throwing a Halloween party,
yes, I think
you expect people to come
in costume,
up, right?
So
if someone doesn't show up in a costume, it doesn't ruin the party.
But it's lame. It's unbelievably lame. It doesn't have to be a good costume. You can just put on a referee uniform, like have a whistle. Well, I'm the referee. Whatever.
If I'm throwing a Halloween party and someone shows up not dressed up, it's like someone shows up in like jeans and a t-shirt. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude.
You want to know? I did you remember when Jim in The Office did like those ironic costumes? It would just say, I'm Dave on his name tag or whatever. I'm a paperclip or whatever.
Yeah.
You're going to hate this. This is so pretentious. I don't know what I wore, but I just had a number on my chest, and it was just the average daily temperature in 2050 or something like that. I thought it was so funny.
No.
So bad. So bad.
Bad look.
I had a couple great costumes in college, though. I was Janet Reno. You don't even know who that. She was like an old politician, maybe Secretary of State. But Will Ferrell famously dressed as her on SNL. So I wore like my sister's bra and stuffed it. Elton John one year, great costume.
You did an SNL costume for your...
I didn't know that actually, but I thought it was from a movie, honestly. I didn't know it was SNL. But I knew it was dressing up as someone else. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what costumes are. You're referencing something. That's the whole fucking point.
I think the SNL, but if you're doing an SNL costume that a lot of people know, it's kind of hack.
It was from a long time ago. I just wanted to cross-dress, honestly, and we found a great power suit.
You have found a way to cross-dress multiple times in your life.
Why not? Why not try things?
That's fine.
You would have a great time cross-dressing. I bet you'd have a blast.
No.
I guarantee you'd have a blast.
No, I wouldn't.
You put on high heels, put on a bra, you put on a little makeup. You'd have a time of your fucking life.
I don't like it.
You've never done it.
I don't want to do it.
Oh my God.
I don't need to do it.
The lack of, you wouldn't have done the deprivation tank with me, would have you? In Fort Collins.
I would have done it with you.
You would have done it?
I'll tell you this, dude.
Would you have kept the light on or not?
I would have kept the light on. Here's what I realized. After this weekend, when I'm 100%, I'm like, I'm gonna be fun. I'm gonna be more fun.
I think you need to be a more fun person sometimes, you know?
I think
I also can be a pill sometimes too. When I'm a pill though, I don't be around people. I go on my own.
You what?
When I'm in a bad mood, I just hunker down. I don't talk to anyone.
I tried to. You didn't let me. You didn't let me leave the building.
It wasn't time to clock out yet. You still had a couple more hours on this shift.
I know. Don't I know it?
Yeah. But do another question. Let's do another question.
Okay.
I think you're wrong about Halloween costume part. You have to wear a costume.
It's just, I just have this problem with people
holding you accountable.
I have a problem with people that like get mad or have emotional reactions to inconsequential things.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
People
if you
that
actually get like physically angry, that's lame. But you can be like, come on, man.
People that get mad about stuff. Yeah, I just think there's no. Yeah, my friend was trying to tell me in Philly, he was like, doesn't it piss you off so much when people quote like Wedding Crashers still, like as a comedian, that people like quote, you know, like old movies like that. Like, isn't that like such a lame thing to do? Isn't that like such a corporate like bro thing to do and so lame? And I was like, I don't know, man. It's hard to find meaning, you know. It's like it's just like life is hard.
That's
you know?
what you said.
You know what I mean?
Did you say that?
I just said life is hard. You know,
Really?
I really did. It's just like
wow.
I
Where
don't.
does Zen nihilism come from?
I think I'm more of a nihilist than you give me credit for.
I know. I think it's interesting, but you're
maybe
like
not Zen, but definitely a nihilist.
Yeah, you are a nihilist for sure.
I got no feelings. I got no
Clip
feelings.
that. I got no feelings.
I got no feelings,
Mister. I got no feelings. Trying to teach me empathy.
You got no empathy.
I don't have empathy, but I have feelings.
I have no feelings towards other people in that way.
You have no feelings towards like macro events. I have no feelings toward micro events. You don't feel anything towards like global trends, but I don't feel anything towards individuals in my life.
Right.
I think they're both bad.
The crux of our relationship is that like I care about people and you care about the rainforest.
That's a funny way to put it. Yeah, I like that.
No, that's an accurate way to put it.
Drago's like, okay, kill everyone.
I really don't care about the trees.
If everyone in Rafa dies,
but
I don't
care about like Tyler and Tim.
Yeah,
and
who's
crew.
right? I think there's some merit to both. We're the great yin and yang, folks. The great duo of our time, Laurel and Hardy. The great.
Yeah, we are a great duo. Is it yin yang or yin yang?
Yin and yang. It's yin and yang. There's the yin yang twins, but it is yin and yang. Yin yang twins used to be my heroes in high school. What's happening? The first verse by Trick Daddy, one of the greatest hip hop verses of all time. I used to sing that song. Probably said all the words in middle school and high school.
Yeah,
I thought that was the coolest verse of all time.
Best part of the aughts.
The yin yang twins. Well, you know what word I said a lot, and I can't believe I said wigga a lot. I can't believe I just said it again, but you know what? That was like a word we said all the time.
Well, if someone was being that, because now we say like, oh, some of these comics are doing like black voice. They're just, wiggas.
Yeah, but that word means white N-word. It's like very derogatory. But I didn't realize that. I didn't realize like, oh Jesus, we're just trying to get away with a thing.
Saying it now felt uncomfortable.
Yeah,
for sure.
I can't believe I said that. I'm never going to say it again, but I had to say it. Like there was a period in like 2005 to 2008 where everyone I knew said that word.
Certainly.
Maybe earlier than that. It was around when 50 Cent came up with wanksta.
And you should have
This
been.
is white guys talking about old hip hop.
You should have been shamed.
Yeah. But I wasn't because I grew up in a suburban town. But yeah, you learn in college. Yeah, maybe we don't say that. Maybe we
No, I agree. Yeah.
That you learn, folks. The pod has always been about learning.
Life is about learning. The pod's about learning. Subscribe to the Patreon.
Let's do one last question before we move on.
I like this question a lot. Worst/most awkward interaction with an ex-girlfriend's parents.
I don't think I've only met Reggie Miller's parents. I've never met another girlfriend's parents. I've only had like 3 or 4 girlfriends. I never met the other's parents.
Yeah.
Says a lot about me, folks. I like to be a lone wolf. Actually, Reggie Miller's mom just landed in New York today. I think I have to get to see her.
Clip that. I have to.
I don't like hanging out with anyone, but she's very nice and cool. What tomorrow? So
I'm trying to think if I had any awkward interactions with parents. Nothing too. So with.
Did you ever meet George's parents?
Yes.
Really?
I met George's parents. I met my high school, college girlfriend's parents a lot. I'm trying to think if I had any awkward interactions with them.
The girl who got away, who moved to New York.
Oh,
did you meet her parents?
New York girl. I wish I could just say her name, but
no. Let's call her Bellatrix Lestrange.
We'll call her.
Okay, that's good.
Met her
Isn't
parents.
that kind of like her name?
Yeah, we shouldn't call her that.
I tried to come up with. That's why I came up with a different thing.
Yeah, you did this with So with someone else.
I just came up with the same nickname. But that's why I said Bellatrix.
Yeah,
that's why I changed it.
You wanted to call my one friend Luigi?
Oh, yeah. It was like his name. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, the New York girl, when I was in Chicago, I met her parents when I visited New York.
Oh, okay.
So I met like 3 or 4.
I've had a good time. With the one, we have a good time in Indianapolis.
I'm trying to think of anything awkward. Oh, the most awkward, but it ended up being I'm working out for me. This is honestly really grasping. Was when I got dinner with George's parents. They all ordered cocktails.
Okay,
and I was the lone beer order.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll get a fucking beer, dude.
They're all getting. You don't want to date a cocktail family. I'm out on that.
I wanted the cocktail, but they all looked odd to me. Right? They just looked a little too exotic for me.
There's 2 different types of people in this world: cocktail family and beer family.
That's fair.
I think those are bad people.
So they all got the cocktails. They're all sipping and they're all talking, and like their southern ass accents or whatever. And they're all like, I don't like this. This is not
they
my
sent
cup
it back.
Not my cup of tea. They all hated them. They all got the beer I got.
Oh, okay.
They all ended up getting the hazy IPA because they all hated.
They
the
tried to
cocktails.
live out of their tax bracket. Wow, You're the tastemaker.
Sorry,
man. We're really grasping for straws with stories here, folks.
No, nothing.
Yeah, I ordered a drink and then everyone else ordered the same drink.
My grandma walked in on me eating out my college girlfriend.
Where was that? Where has that been for 3 years? How has that story never come up in 3 years?
When Bubba walked downstairs.
Oh, by the way, my Serbian Bubba watched me eating box on an 18-year-old.
She made us.
Must have forgotten that in the 40-minute bad date stories I've told for 3 years.
She made us palachinka, which is like a Serbian.
You've been
dish.
telling some of the longest, most dullest stories of all time for 3 years.
Bubba, get the hell out of here!
Wait, how old were you?
I was 19. We were home for the summer.
You were eating out that girl you dated for like 3 years in college?
Yeah.
And your Bubba walked in on it.
With palachinka. I hope you're hungry.
What is palachinka?
I'm already eating, Bubba.
How have you never said that on stage? Why would you not say that on stage? That's like that perfect really for funny. Stage.
Yeah. Marty full.
What is palachinko?
Palachinka is like it's like a pancake like wrapped in jelly.
Wrapped in jelly.
So it's like you slather jelly on like a pancake and you roll it up, like a thin pancake and you roll it up.
Okay.
It's like their version
is
of
like sweet jelly.
Yeah, it's like a different kind of crepe. It's like a different kind of crepe.
Okay. Yeah, that could be great. That'd be
great. She came down with some palachinka and I already had pussy.
I already got something sweet and savory, Grandma.
Yeah,
Come on.
She walked in. Hope you're hungry.
What did she say?
Oh God, I forgot.
She spoke in Serbian, didn't she?
I was like, Bubba, get out of here. And I just think she was just like, oh, sorry.
Did she know exactly what was going on? Was it pretty unmistakable? Were you really going to town?
She definitely knew that something was happening. I don't think she could see.
She thought maybe some coital action was being performed.
Yeah. I mean,
wow. Did you talk about it or you just went down and you both just ate some palachinka together? Oh, no, that's not it.
I remember.
Is that how you say it?
It's palachinka.
Palachinka. Okay, I was close. Okay. I don't know if we should say that one anymore.
That whole summer when she was like at my house or whatever, my grandma was like so nice to her. Like,
oh, wow.
How was your day? Like, how you doing?
Okay.
Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like your car. Your car is a nice color.
Incredible. Wow. Yeah. Serbian. You're not talking about that with your grandma.
No.
You're not like saying, what were you doing, young man?
No.
What was you doing, young man?
She's not going to be like,
how do you do it?
Alex, how was her pussy? Yeah.
Why don't you do an accent like that on stage? That's a good accent.
The accents are hack.
That's so stupid.
But
funny voices are like the cornerstone of comedy.
It's true. It's what works.
You have to do some funny voices. You can't be you have to have like 2 or 3 voices you do well.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like a celebrity, but you got to be able to change your voice a couple times.
You got to switch things up.
I got my uncle thing. I got like this weird kind of like I'm doing kind of R-word voice if we're being completely honest.
Moniz does like a
he has a good one.
Like a grunt thing.
Yeah, he has a good one. Yeah.
Like anytime he's like puts himself in a dialogue situation, he's someone whoever he's talking to is like,
Yeah,
Talks like this.
man, what's going on over there? Yeah, you got to have those. Yeah, we got to end this podcast though. We got a long one. We got to go to the Patreon, Drago. What do you have to plug in the coming weeks for the good people of America?
This is the thing that matters to me most. Chicago, 11/27, headlining Zany's. I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be a great time. Zany's downtown, Zany's Old Town, home club. Home game. It's going to be great.
Yeah, one day he'll do more than post cryptic photos with a ticket link to promote the shows.
I keep doing it.
I get that. Yeah, maybe a little video for the people. I want to see it.
I'll do a video.
Front facer. Oh, the women will gush.
That'll be great.
Yeah, that'll be good for you. Hold a baby. That's how you really sell tickets. You got to hold a nephew.
Okay.
That'll sell tickets.
I'll do that.
Sell at the show immediately. You got that, and then where are we going to be?
I'm with Geoff for 3 weeks before that.
When is this coming out? Oh yeah, I'm in Detroit next weekend.
Cleveland, Atlanta, and Philly.
Cleveland, Atlanta, and Philly. That's where we're together. I'm also in Detroit and New Orleans, and I have a New York show again in November. Maybe Drago will be invited to do it. He was too sick yesterday.
I won't be there.
Yeah, you won't be there?
No.
That's the day before we do Philly.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Wow, I just made his month. Okay. There we go, folks. This has been episode 143 of the You're an Idiot podcast. 63 episodes N-word free, folks. And it's just amazing to know that we're heroes, that we're allies, and that when we hit 100, we get our well-deserved reward and we let our freedom flag fly, folks. Right, Drago?
Right.
He was on his phone. I just had to...
Well, you know, I check my phone when you start to wind it down.
Yeah, I know. This is what I mean. He doesn't take the job seriously.
Oh,
he's
come
clocking
on.
out.
I was locked
This
in.
is time theft. This is time theft. This is quiet quitting. That's what that is. He's
dude.
a quiet quitter.
I am locked in.
5 minutes left. Might as well go on. What were you checking?
My texts.
Oh my God. We're going to talk about this in the Patreon, folks. Good night and good luck.
We love you guys.
Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.